More protests and uprisings are expected in Minnesota and across the country this weekend over the death of George Floyd.
I don't know if you've been watching the news lately, but a few days ago, a video surfaced to the internet regarding a man of my color, George Floyd. This event definitely changed my perspective in this world, causing riots, rallies, and protests. I want to be able to be real with you guys and discuss how I truly feel. So if you don't agree with anything I'm saying, I definitely understand, but I would just like to ask you to just click off and respect my opinion. Thank you. Hey guys, it's Trader Wit and welcome to my video. I want to start off by saying that this video is very personal to me. If you haven't read the title, this is something I truly don't talk about. I was not going to do this video at all until I started looking on social media and I started seeing every single post that was related to this subject. I cannot believe how far we are with racism in 2020. It just seems like day by day, there's a black individual always getting killed every second due to police brutality. And it's not even just black individuals, it's minorities. About a few days ago, I was scrolling on Twitter and I came across a video that was horrific. For those of you that haven't seen the video, I would show you, but this video is very disturbing. However, if you would like to take a look at it, I will put it in the link below. I don't know what happened before prior to this video, but when I saw the video, I saw a black man on the ground screaming to get up. There was a white police officer on top of his neck, holding him down hostage to the point where he couldn't move. George Floyd, that's his name. You can see him trying to stay calm. And what I just described to you took 10 minutes of this video where you see him literally suffering from what this police officer is doing to him. So due to this event, a lot of people have been protesting to get their voice out. I was reading an article, which I can put in the description box below, that was explaining the life of George Floyd. George moved to Minnesota and he started working at a restaurant. It's crazy to think that George Floyd came from Houston, and the way that his friends described him was a person who always had your back. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've had my experience with racism. Back in high school, I went to an all-white school. I mean, don't get me wrong, there were black people there, like me. There's Asians, there were other minorities, I should say, but majority of them were white. There was one person who would just flat out call me the N-word just to be funny. We did not like each other from the start. We always had two different mindsets on life in general. He did it to try to get under my skin. I remember being in 5th grade. The first time I started to watch the news and understand what was going on in the world was when Trayvon Martin died back in 2012. And I feel like that event really started to put in my mind how evil the world can be. And I remember reading that the 17-year-old Trayvon Martin was just walking to the store and he just got shot. Just because the color of his skin, like, oh gosh, I can't. A lot of people don't understand that this police brutality is not just going on in America, but it's also going on elsewhere. A friend of mine that's from Paris, France, told me about a black individual that got killed from a police. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but I know his first name. Basically, the story takes place in Paris. He was walking with his brother on his 24th birthday. I believe they were just walking. It was a police officer that came up to them. Apparently, there was something that was going on and he was looking for a case. The police officer asked Adama about his ID and Adama didn't have his ID. And just like that, hours later, he was known to be dead. Interesting enough, this has been a big movement in Paris. Now, of course, this was a long time ago. I believe this was 2017. There is a lot going on in this world, and it's not just happening in America. We have to open our eyes everywhere. And it's just sad to think that these black individuals get their lives taken away just because of police brutality. I feel like we're living in a new segregation between white people and black people. My grandparents tell me some places in Texas that I'm not allowed to go to because there are racist people that live there. We are literally in 2020 and it feels like I'm going back 70 years and living in that same moment whenever black individuals wanted their rights. So in conclusion, to wrap this video up, I want to talk about what we can do to change this world. And I know it's not going to be as easy as I'm saying it, but I at least want to have people who are watching this be willing to hear it and try to put it in their lives and try to help change other people around them. The first thing I want everyone to do is just be accepting. God created us with differences. We're all different, but we're all unique. We're all unique in one little way, but at the same time, We still have 2 arms. We still have 2 legs. We still have fingers. We still have a nose. We still have an eyes. The only thing that's different is just our skin color. Now, of course, we have different languages, but at the same time, those are still words. But really what's different is just our skin tone. That being said, I just feel like the world just needs acceptance. Whether that be you're gay, whether that be you're bi, whether that be you're trans, whether you're a porn star. I don't care what you are, but the world just needs acceptance. Why are you gonna judge someone based off what they love to do? I remember I used to get bullied just because I used to make videos, YouTube videos, because that's something I love to do. So that being said, everyone has this unique personality, and that's what makes us who we are as a person. The second thing, become educated. And I know that sounds very condescending. I'm not trying to be condescending. What I mean by that is anytime there's a case that comes up, like for example, George Floyd, what I like to do is do research. I like to look at the backstory, look at the person itself. And not just that, but understand what's going on in the world. Understand everything so that way you stay informed and you are up to date on what's going on. The next thing, I know a lot of my younger viewers watch this. I know some of my friends watch this. I don't really have adults that watch this. We're gonna be the next people in office. You know, we're gonna be changing the world. So that being said, we need to start changing it now. So that way when our kids grow up, this can just be history that they just learn about. That way we don't have to just continue to go through this and pass it on to their kids and pass it on to their kids and so on. You that's watching this, help other people. If they're ignorant, teach them. Teach them that, hey, we're the voice of the future. So would you want your kids to be like this? So just think about that. We're the younger generations and we need to make change right now. What I'm so grateful about for the next thing is how useful people been using the technology. And a lot of people are recording what they're going through and they're putting it on social media. And I think that's a wonderful idea. And the reason why I say it's wonderful, because it opens the eyes of other people. For us to see the video and for us to witness what was going on, I think that took a lot for us to watch and be like, wow, this is crazy. I understand that it's probably gonna be disturbing, but that's what makes it real. If it's disturbing, that's what makes change. This video was so disturbing that I had to make a video. In order for us to move forward in this world, we have to talk about it. And we have to show what's going on. To finally wrap up this video, if you would like to support the George Floyd movement, in the description box below that you can sign. So if you would like to take a look at it, please do. I already signed. I'm gonna send it to my family, I'm gonna send it to my friends, and you do the same thing so that way we can continue to make this world a better place. For those of you that stick through this whole video, thank you so much for watching. It definitely means the most to me. From my family and my friends and my viewers, I want you to continue to just be you, be yourself, and don't change for anyone. And I know that sounds very corny, but I know in my heart that this world would get better. But you that's watching, it takes you to make the change. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe because I make videos every single Sunday. Now next week will be a better video. I promise I won't talk about any controversial things. This is just something I wanted to get off my chest because this is something that was so disturbing and I felt like I just needed to say something. At the end of this video, I want to share with you the names of the victims who have unfortunately died throughout the past years. I want them to continue to embody this world, to embody this change, to embody this movement, and to continue to put us in the right path. Because those are the names of the people that I'm going to continue to remember until the day I die. Without no further ado, these are the names of the victims. I'll see you next week. Bye guys.